There are more slaves today than at any time in history. Less than 1 in 100 victims of human trafficking will ever escape. God is calling us to break the chains of modern-day slavery and set captives free. Child Impact launched Operation Child Rescue 10 years ago with a project in India to combat the evils of human trafficking. From that first project, Child Impact now has 30 projects in 16 countries and growing. Hundreds of children have been set free and now have hope for a bright future. When a child is rescued, our work has just begun. We must provide a safe place, nutritious meals, and a loving team to nurture their healing journey. We would like to invite you to partner with us as part of the Rescue Party. Those who join the Rescue Party commit to support Child Impact's rescue projects on a monthly basis. This monthly gift is a lifeline to these precious children. Join Child Impact as we rescue and protect children from forced child marriage, sexual exploitation, bonded servitude, abandonment, and abuse. Thank you for bringing hope to a child. The first time I visited this island in the Kafue River Flats, I made a statement that this is the most remote I have ever been in my life. This island is one among 28. They're kind of islands when it's wet season. They become surrounded by water. During the dry season, the water flows past them. With so much water, it was a little puzzling to not see any children swimming. The reason is that the Kafue River is filled with crocodiles and hippos. And so even for the fishermen, this can be quite a dangerous experience. In fact, one fisherman told me that one night while he was out throwing his nets, trying to catch fish, that a crocodile flipped his canoe. He had a jacket there in the canoe, and somehow that ended up over the head of the crocodile, which gave his friends enough time to come and rescue him. Can't imagine such an experience. Another villager told me about a hippo that chased him out of the river, and he had to climb up a tree to survive. And as you know, a hippo is the most dangerous animal in Africa, more dangerous than lions. And so the children in these villages, what do? There's nothing there. And there's no education, there's no school that's happening. There's no opportunity for sports or activities. They make soccer balls out of plastic bags that they roll up and put twine around, trying to find some entertainment for themselves. But basically, it's a life where there is no dreams, there's no future, and you learn to catch fish, to eat fish. Fish is the life there. In fact, I was so surprised on this trip to see some tomatoes because I had never seen any vegetables even there on this island before. So quite a limited diet, and the choices and opportunities are narrowed down, focused down to this one small piece of land and life that happens there. The journey to the Kafue River Islands takes about 5 hours. It's very bumpy by vehicle, and then you go by boat, and you go, and the river winds, and it seems like forever to get there. Once you arrive, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, because you are. And if you look at a map, you realize that you are in one of the most remote places in the entire world.
So I get on Google. I said, I want to see, what the extent of the other islands. Is it just 1 or 2 islands that have these villages, or what's the story? And so I got on Google Earth, zoomed out, and what I saw were dozens and dozens, I would say 30, 40 plus islands where people are living in absolute isolation, no access to medical, no access to education, and really no future. So these forgotten children of the Kafue are basically forgotten by the entire world. In some of the deepest swamps in the world, we're talking a swamp 100 miles long and in some places almost 50 miles wide, of just vast, endless grasses and wetlands full of crocs, hippos, all the things you expect in Africa and then some.
This remoteness means that there is a lack of resources. Because of the high water level, there is no place for proper sanitation. There are no bushes to hide behind, really. There's a tree that sticks up here and there, but everything's flat. And so you're seen wherever you go. And so that's just one of the many challenges. But as you think about food resources, unless you love fish, it's going to be a tough place to live. And then to follow that up, there's no health care. And so you also see here a lot of special needs with children who have challenges and no resources to help these children. I think as I reflect on Jesus and the Gospels and his heart, I really feel that those that are the most vulnerable in society were the ones that he had the greatest compassion for. Because of Riverside Farm, the gospel has made inroads on this island. There is a church plant that meets there. Now it's time to bring education to this island, to give these children a chance to learn and to have an opportunity to see a vision for their life beyond simply mending nets, catching fish, sleeping, waking up the next day, and repeating all over again. So many of these children have a bigger future for their life if simply given an opportunity.
We took a visit to one of the islands along the Kafue River with two of our girls that we currently have at the secondary school. These girls were picked because they have shown remarkable interest of doing mission work as well. They would love the opportunity to get to teach more people what they've actually learned and get to also learn from the people how they live their lives and to teach them a better way as well. As someone who's been helping these girls, encouraging them and trying to mentor them to live a better life, it's a good thing, and it makes me feel extremely happy to know that through all the hardships that they've actually been through abuse, that they've come out from that bad place and are actually willing to help someone else in need. It gives you a sense of importance because you know that you've actually done something great for not only yourself but also for the community at large. These girls, when we went to the island, even before I explained to them that they were going to be teaching there, they came and approached me and said, "Oh, Miss Manda, I want to teach these kids to get to love God more."
What excites me the most about this project with the 28 Kafue River Islands is that we will be sending missionaries, graduates from Riverside School, girls that have been rescued. These girls who have been traumatized, who have found a safe place at Riverside Farm to pursue their education, who have been transformed by the gospel. They are going to be the messengers. They're going to be the missionaries, the teachers going to these islands. I can hardly wait to see that reality lived out. I want to come back and see what happens when these girls who want to give back have the opportunity to do that. When they identify young people of promise on these islands who they encourage to take the same path that they have, to pursue their education and to become missionaries back to their own islands where they've been grown up. When we arrived, I became engaged in a conversation with a lady on the island who knew some English. She was very friendly, very welcoming. I had met her before, and I mentioned that our hope was to build an education facility and teacher housing there on this island. She just beamed and said, "Thank you so much." She then shared with me that she has been making her best attempt to give these children at least somewhat of an education. This dear lady found a discarded piece of metal in the village and had an aha moment. She said, "This could be a chalkboard. And we have charcoal here that I can write on this piece of metal, and I can write the ABCs and words and begin to teach these children some English." So that is what she has been doing. She's been making her best efforts because she knows how important it is for these children to have an education. When I shared with her that very soon she's going to have a real chalkboard that she can use, and that I would like to have her medal one as a memento to her efforts to bring an education to these children, it was so inspiring to see her vision now becoming a reality, that these children now can have a proper education.
This one school is going to give each and every other small community hope for their children to actually get this education. And it's not only going to help this one community just by them getting these small lessons, but we might find that from that one school about to start, we're going to have all future leaders, and that's more than a blessing to each and every family that's there. Every family that's currently on the island is going to be more than grateful and is grateful for what's yet to be and what's going to come.
And so what we hope to do at Child Impact is begin with this first island and then continue to the next island and the next island and the next island, each one of them having their own school and their own housing for missionaries to be stationed on these islands. You know, in Revelation 14, there's an angel pictured flying in the midst of heaven. And it says that the angel has the everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on the earth. And we believe that is the whole earth. These islands have never been reached before. And at Child Impact, what really excites us about new projects is starting projects that help kids in places who have never heard the gospel. And these islands on the Kafue River Flats, I believe, are part of that first angel's message in Revelation 14 that have to hear the gospel. And I believe that's much more than just a 3-week evangelistic series. It's coming alongside of these people. It's living among them, doing life together, and providing services that meet their needs. And education is a huge need for the kids growing up in these communities, and we're really excited to be able to provide this service for these communities.
Greetings, friends. The needs of this project for the islands on the Kafue River Flats are tremendous. We're looking forward to opening one island at a time. The cost to do this, to open an island, is $35,000. That will include an education block, teacher and missionary housing, and proper sanitation. I'd like to invite you to partner with us. Perhaps your church would like to sponsor an island, or your business, or you would like to personally donate to help reach the next island. You can go to our website at childimpact.org, or you can call our office at 423-910-0667. Thank you for bringing hope to the children on the islands of the Kafue River Flats. May God bless you.